Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Now, once again, baseball news, lockout news. If you guys don't know what's going on, I will inform you in this video. I have about like 5 tweets from, reliable sources. So let's get right into it. Rob Manfred, he addressed, the lockout. And during the lockout, this guy was smiling. He was smiling during a lockout. Him announcing the lockout. This should be like one of the saddest days in baseball. Why is this guy smiling? Like, come on, Rob. Come on, Robbie. Anyways, MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred said he will cancel regular season games because they did not reach the agreement on time, which was February 28th. They did extend it into March 1st at 5 p.m., and there was no deal. The MLPA, whatever, made their gave their final agreement or whatever to the MLB. They denied it, and the first 2 series of the season is canceled. So the earliest the season could start is April 7th, if I'm not mistaken. So the first 2 series of this season is canceled, and they will not be making up any games missed. So if you do 162 minus 6, I suck math at the top of my head. That's how many games, there will be this season. Obviously, they're not going to reach an agreement anytime soon. I'm going to tell you right now. So it's going to be more than the first 2 series. I'll tell you that much. All right. The earliest agreement, though, could be by, today, Thursday. Look at that. Yesterday, they were having someone was going to New York to have a one-on-one meeting. So the earliest agreement could be by today. It won't happen, though, but I'm just saying the earliest could be by today. Manfred said MLB also proposed to eliminate shifts and add a pitching clock. That is according to Bob Nightingale, if I'm pronouncing that last name right. You guys could see his name on the screen. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, sorry, Bob. I mean, you're not going to be watching this video, but either way, that came from him. By the way, the MLB one came from Jeff Passan on Twitter. So eliminate shifts, which is pretty interesting, and add a pitching clock. Now, that one's very interesting to me because, I feel like if you add a pitching clock, the pitchers are going to be, like rushed to make the pitching. So, I'm getting news now. 4 MLB owners reportedly voted against the league's final proposal. Well, look at that. While I'm recording this video, owners oppose offer. 4 MLB owners reportedly voted against league's final proposal before the deadline. I imagine that's what the rest says. But either way, let's get back into this. And then the last news I have for you, it appears that the MLB and the Players Union agree on a 12-team playoff formation, according to John Heyman. Heyman. This is amazing news. What can I say? 12 teams, more teams in the playoffs. That's one thing with the MLB is you play 162 games to have what? Like 10 teams make it? How many teams make it in the MLB? Like 10? Minus the wild card, like 8 teams? Something like that. It's ridiculous. Or maybe it's 6 teams. I don't even know how much teams make it in baseball. But, this is amazing news. 12 teams. I think the number was between 12 and 14 teams. I'm glad they did 12 rather than 14 because 14, that's pretty much half of the league. You don't want half of the league making the playoffs. So, 12 teams, I'm really hyped about that one. More teams in the playoffs, and it gets more eyes on the game. And that's one thing that sucks about this lockout is because over the years, the MLB was dying. Let's admit it. The MLB was dying over the years. And recently, it skyrocketed up. Like, let's be honest. The MLB started getting new viewers, new eyes on the game because, like, generational players like Shohei Ohtani, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I'm so used to calling him Vladdy. The Jays are my favorite team. Vladdy Jr., Acuna Jr. Like, you see what I mean? Like, a lot of people started to get into baseball. And now this lockout hits, and it sucks. It really sucks. But, like I said, to recap what I said, the first 2 series of the season are canceled. The earliest agreement could be made by tonight. It won't happen, though. Manfred said propose. They declined this, though. So, that's irrelevant. And there's 12 teams in the playoffs now. So, I mean, more teams, like I said, better for the sport, better for the game, more views. I mean, who does not like playoff baseball? Playoff baseball is my favorite playoffs of all sports. But yeah, the biggest one is obviously the more days we miss, the more days they don't reach an agreement, the more days there will be canceled in the season, which sucks. But what can you do? Let's hope for the best. And, if there's any more breaking news, I will obviously update you guys. Subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video, which is tomorrow about wrestling. This is a wrestling channel, but I do cover every other sport besides basketball because I don't watch basketball for some reason. But yeah, peace.